The only way to really run a business effectively is to understand its performance through its numbers. You, as the owner of the business or the founder of the business, probably understand the top line metric, whether it's revenue or profitability or number of customers, something like that. We would call that a performance metric. What is the number that tells you the health of your business? A KPI is another way of describing that metric, a key performance indicator. Oftentimes, companies will use a number of different metrics to measure the health of the business. Maybe that top line number is revenue or profit that's being created for the company, but underneath revenue or profit or whatever that most important number is, are a number of other metrics that are really important that make up the performance of the business. Let's start with revenue as an example. The end number is revenue, but that starts much earlier on with sales funnel numbers. How many customers have visited the website? How many customers have stated interest in the product? How many customers have you spoken with? What percent of those customers are converting to sales? Those could all be KPIs or key performance indicators that make up the overall health of the business. For example, maybe your revenue is $1 million a year or $10 million a year. Typically, that comes from $50 million a year in potential sales, and you convert 20% of that. Now, you probably want to be keeping track of that 20% number because you're targeting having $50 million every year in potential business to make sure that you end up with $10 million a year in actual revenue. But if that 20% number, that conversion rate from potential leads or leads to sales dips, then that $50 million a year that you're starting with as leads will not turn into $10 million a year in revenue. So one of the key performance indicators for your business might be conversion rate from lead to sales. If you can improve that number from 20% to 30%, let's say, then that $50 million a year that you've historically gotten in leads will turn into more than $10 million a year in revenue for the business. That KPI, that key performance indicator, will help you understand what are the levers that you can pull to make your business's performance better.